Hello and welcome again to another day of classes. Today we're going to be continuing with the rest of a unit 5. In the previous class, we were looking at, discussing living in a foreign country, where we're seeing the challenges of living abroad. And for the grammar, we have the noun phrases containing relative clauses. Today we're going to be continuing describing cultural expectations and differences. That is also the grammar for today, expectations. But let's start with this with the snapshot. Etiquette tips for international travelers. Some things that are normal etiquette tips for different countries. Canada. Always bring a small gift for the host when invited to a meal at at a Canadian home. So you always bring a small gift. Interesting. Brazil. You can arrive between 15 to 30 minutes late for a party at a friend's home, basically, in a Brazilian friend's home. Interesting, really interesting. France. When eating, don't rest your elbows on the table. That is an etiquette tip for France. And that's something that also happens in Dominican Republic. It's usually, bad custom not to rest your elbows on the table. Morocco. Don't eat anything with your left hand. Something quite peculiar. Russia. Do not turn down offers of food or drink. Never do that on Russia. Interesting. Thailand. Never touch a person's head in Thailand. Very good. China. Never point your chopsticks at another person. Never do that. It's disrespectful. In Japan, take off your shoes before entering a house. That's something of the hygiene, actually. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. So let's now continue to this conversation right here. Bring a small gift. We're going to be listening to both part A and B, and after listening to part B, we're going to be answering these questions. Listen to the rest of the conversation. If you're invited to someone's house in Germany, when are you expected to arrive? What can you bring as a gift? Let's get to know this answer after listening to both parts, okay? Okay, so let's listen.
Page 33. Exercise 7. Conversation. Bring a small gift. Part A. Listen and practice.
My boss invited my wife and me to dinner at his house.
Oh, how nice!
Yes, but what do you do here when you're invited to someone's house?
Well, here in the U.S., it's the custom to bring a small gift.
Like what?
Oh, maybe some flowers or chocolates.
And is it all right to bring our kids along?
Well, if you want to bring them, you're expected to ask if it's okay first.
Page 33. Exercise 7. Part B. Listen to the rest of the conversation. If you are invited to someone's house in Germany, when are you expected to arrive? What can you bring as a gift?
What are some of the customs in Germany?
Well, when you're invited to someone's house, you can also take flowers. Not red roses, chrysanthemums, carnations, or lilies, but most other flowers are fine.
When should you arrive? Should you arrive a little early?
No, never. You're expected to arrive on time. Punctuality is very important in Germany. If you're going to be more than 15 minutes late, it's important to call the host. It's also the custom to write a short thank you note the following day.
I like that. I wish we did that here more often. To me, it shows good manners.
Okay, really interesting. Let's see. So, if you're invited to someone's house in Germany, what are you expected to arrive? What time? When are you expected to arrive? And what can you bring as a gift? Did you get the answers? Okay, let's check. Well, you're expected to arrive on time, not early, not later. At least around 5 or 10 minutes after the time that they say, or preferably on the exact time. And you can bring flowers, but not red roses, chrysanthemums, carnations, or lilies, but all of the other flowers are okay, like these ones. Okay, very good. Now let's go straight into the grammar focus for today, and it's expectations. Interesting. As always, I have material for this. Let's see. Okay, to make or say some expectations, we have this structure. It maybe looks like a little bit complicated, but you will see that it's not. Okay, so we start with the when or if clause. That's basically given the situation when you visit someone, when it's your birthday, if someone sends you a gift, if someone talks to you in a bad way, different when or if clauses. When you meet someone for the first time, then you use the subject, and then you use the verb be, or be plus negative. You can use it too. Then we use is the custom, are supposed, aren't supposed, you're expected to, it is acceptable to, etc. Then the bare infinite, it means only the verb without the to, and then etc. What you're gonna say on the sentence, basically. Okay, so when you visit someone, it is the custom to bring a small gift. You already have, you don't need to say the complete infinitive here because expected to, acceptable to, supposed to, all of these have the infinitive, the start of the infinitive as well. So it will be like saying, when you visit someone, it is the custom to bring. That is incorrect. It's just, it is the custom to bring a small gift. Okay? So we start with the when or if clause. When you visit someone, if someone sends you a gift, the subject and then the verb be. It is, you are, it isn't, you aren't, etc. The custom, the supposed, expected, acceptable, to the infinitive. It's the custom to bring, it's the expected to thank, it's supposed to kiss, it's acceptable to hug, etc. When you visit someone, it is the custom to bring a small gift, then the etc. It is if someone sends you a gift, you are expected to thank that person. When you meet someone for the first time, you aren't supposed to kiss him or her. That is not, that is not good. And you can use this with all different things. For example, when it's someone's birthday, it is the custom to give them a gift or give them a gift, bring them a gift, whatever. If someone, I don't know, if someone hits you, it is acceptable to hit them back, but it's not a good idea. Or if someone talks bad about you, it is expected to you for you to talk with them. You see, you can have multiple ways to make these expectations by just following this structure, and I hope they understand that. Okay, so now let's see the one on the grammar in the book here. It's gonna be easier now. When you visit someone, if you want to bring others, both of these are when or if clauses. Then we have, it's the custom to bring a small gift. You aren't supposed to arrive early. When you visit someone, it's the custom to bring a small gift. When you visit someone, you aren't supposed to arrive early. And all of the, it's what it's expected. Okay, expectations. If you want to bring others, you're expected to ask if it's okay first. If you want to bring others, you're supposed to check with the host. If you want to bring others, it's not acceptable to bring them without asking. Okay? So you see, it's actually quite easy. You just need to follow the structure. It's gonna be a thing of, following the examples and make examples similar to those. Okay? Very good. I hope that you understand this part. And if you do, let's do this small and easy exercise right here. You're gonna match the informations in column A and B to make sentences about customs in the United States and Canada. Okay? So take your time to match these two, and then we're gonna complete. Okay? Okay, you finished? Let's check. Well, if someone sends you a gift, you're expected to thank that person. If you plan to visit someone at home, You're supposed to call first. That's letter A. When you go out with friends for dinner, F. It's acceptable to share the expenses. If the service in a restaurant is acceptable, B. It's the custom to leave a tip. When you meet someone for the first time, C. You aren't supposed to kiss him or her. When you received an invitation, D. You're expected to respond to it quickly. Okay? If you have these answers, very good. You are correct. Okay, let's now continue with the next exercise that is going to be a listening. Great! You're gonna listen to people describe customs they observed abroad. In another country. And then you're gonna complete the chart. Where was the person? What was the custom? And how did the person react? Okay? So let's focus on listening. And then we're gonna complete it and then check. Okay? Okay, so let's listen.
Page 34. Exercise 9. Listening. Different cultures. Part A. Listen to people describe customs they observed abroad. Complete the chart. 1. Carla.
I lived in Saudi Arabia for a while. Women put something over their head and wear clothing that covers the whole body. At first, I felt uncomfortable and found it a real nuisance. But after a while, I got used to it and even started to like it. You feel really secure, and you also don't have to worry about what to wear all the time.
2. Nate.
When I lived in Spain, I was surprised at how late in the evening people eat. When you're invited to dinner, you're expected to come around 9 o'clock, and you usually don't start dinner until 10. And people stay really late, sometimes until 2 in the morning or even later. I found that difficult. How do you get up and go to work the next day after eating and talking until 3 in the morning?
3. Shauna.
One thing that I had to get used to when I was traveling in South Korea was the way people make noise when they drink soup. I think it's because they want to show that they're really enjoying their food, so they make a slurping noise. It bothered me at first, but then I got used to it. I guess it's because when I was growing up, it wasn't acceptable to make noise at the dinner table.
Okay, very good. Remember that if you need to listen one more time, just go back in the video. But did you get the answers for the different cultures that Carla, Nate, and Shauna saw? If you did, let's check. Well, Carla was in Saudi Arabia, and the custom was that women cover their whole body and head, and she felt uncomfortable, but then started to like it. Nate was in Spain, and the custom is that the people ate late in the evening, and he found it difficult for work the next day. And Shauna was in South Korea, and the custom was that people slurp soup and make noise. It bothered her, but she got used to it. If you have those answers, very good. You're correct. Okay, now let's go to the last thing for the day. That is, as always, reading. Culture shock. I'm an exchange student from Spain, navigating life in the United States. Interesting. So she's gonna have a culture shock. Let's take our time to read all of this. January 15th, January 22nd, and February 8th. And then we're gonna complete the exercises, okay? Okay, take your time to read. And after you finish reading, let's complete these 2 exercises. You're gonna read the blog and then add the correct title to each entry. Meeting and greeting, where's the party, class contrast. And then you're gonna check the true or false statements and correct the false statements, okay? Okay. Okay, you finished? Let's check. Well, January 15th, it's where's the body. January 22nd is class contrasts. And February 8th is meeting and greeting. If you have those answers, very good. And on the second one, the first one, it's false. And the correct answer is that the writer became nervous because there were so few people in the streets. The second one, Spanish students often stay after class to ask questions. That's true. Hugging is a usual greeting among friends in Spain. That's true. And the last one, it's false. The writer will continue to greet people with handshakes and hugs. That's the way that they do it. Okay, very good. I hope that you liked the class for today. It's been everything. And in the next class, we're going to be studying the Unit 6. So I hope that you look forward for it. But that's been everything for today. So see you on the next time. Bye.